8 luscious, chocolate-covered, and decorated cherries can be yours. Each one is only 27 calories. Enjoy the entire gift box for only 216 calories. I've gathered a variety of kitchen and craft equipment and food ingredients to make my chocolate-covered cherries. Hershey's 50% cocoa dark chocolate chips, Callebaut white chocolate wafers, fresh sweet red cherries, and my favorite vanilla ice cream, Kawartha Dairy French Vanilla. I'm making a batch of 24 chocolate-covered cherries. I'm collecting all 24 cherries in my colander. These sweet red cherries from Washington State are juicy and sweet, plump, and bursting with rich cherry flavor. My family enjoys the flavor of these luscious cherries, available only once per year when in season. I've collected all 24 cherries in my colander because they must be thoroughly rinsed first. To speed up the drying process, absorbent paper towel is handy. With a little effort, these cherries dry quickly with this method. I'm leaving the stems on my cherries. Besides adding an interesting decorative effect, the stem will come in handy. You'll see why later. I found a stem with additional stem pieces attached. To enhance the appearance of the stem, I'm nipping off the entire stem pieces to streamline the look of the cherry, improving the presentation of the final product. These cherries are very fresh, and the stems are still pliable and difficult to remove easily by hand. Scissors can help. Just look at these gorgeous cherries, ready and waiting to be wrapped in velvety dark chocolate. The chocolate I generally work with is Callebaut, high quality but also more expensive. Hershey's makes a 50% cocoa dark chocolate that rivals Callebaut, and the cost is substantially less. During these times of austerity, while we cut back on food costs and trim our food budget, this is our go-to chocolate. Rich chocolate flavor at a fraction of the cost. I'll need 1/2 cup of Hershey's dark chocolate chips to coat 24 cherries. Into a small microwavable glass bowl they go. And into the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. This chocolate looks perfect, shiny and slightly melted at the bottom. The unmelted chocolate will temper the remaining chocolate as it's stirred in. Shiny, velvety, smooth, and drizzling in ribbons. This melted chocolate is ready to join the cherries. A piece of parchment paper over a movable flat surface like a cutting board is required. Here's where those cherry stems become useful. Plunge a cherry into the liquid chocolate. Remove the excess chocolate with the edge of the bowl. Transfer to the parchment paper. Repeat. Plunge, tilt, twist, shear off the excess, place. Tip the cherry upwards and gravity will curl the liquid chocolate tip to one side. Uh-oh, I've been too vigorous with this week's stem. The lost stem reminds me of another thing I want to share with you. These stem cherries contain their pits. While the stems are a lovely accent, handy for preparation and useful for managing them, they're also a choking hazard for little ones. But there is an easy way to remove the pits. I have some reusable plastic straws that are made of thicker and sturdier plastic. Positioning a straw over the cherry stem and pressing downwards captures both stem and pit. When the straw is withdrawn, the stem and pit are removed. There's nothing I can do with the lost stem, but I do have a solution. A toothpick remedies the lost stem problem and can be used when the stem and pit have been removed for children's safety. I'll continue a little more carefully until all 24 cherries are coated with dark chocolate. Next, the Callebaut white chocolate melting wafers. I'm breaking up 2 wafers into smaller pieces so they melt evenly in the microwave. I'll start with 30 seconds for this white chocolate. White chocolate will degrade into a dry, crumbly mass or burn more readily. I'll need to be patient and microwave in intervals. My white chocolate appears slightly melted and ready, but the proof will be in the stirring. This white chocolate needs a little more time in the microwave. Stirring is not advancing the melting process. Back in the microwave it goes for another 30 seconds. This looks better. Stirring melts the balance of the unmelted white chocolate. It's ready to decorate the chocolate-covered cherries. A new set of inexpensive craft paint brushes is useful for the next step. My white chocolate can be applied with a spoon or a toothpick, but it's a little easier and more enjoyable with a small brush. You'll notice that the dark chocolate is still shiny and wet. You can wait until the dark chocolate dries before adding the white chocolate accents. But continuing while the dark chocolate remains fluid can create some interesting effects. After decorating with vertical lines of white chocolate, I'm grabbing a toothpick and running the toothpick horizontally through the vertical lines. With a fluid base, the effect is delightful. Just look at how pretty this chocolate-covered cherry is. Removing the cherry from the parchment paper and repeating the process creates a slightly different but equally impressive look. Next, I'll transfer some of the melted white chocolate into a smaller cup. Dipping the chocolate-coated cherry before the dark chocolate has dried into the white chocolate creates a soft marbled effect that appears more translucent. Waiting until the dark chocolate has dried creates a sharper, more defined layer of white chocolate, like the one to the left of the smaller cup. You can also top coat a layer of white chocolate haphazardly and add some colorful decorator sprinkles for a whimsical and fun finish. I'm decorating this cherry by tipping a spoonful over top. By hand or spoon, don't they look inviting? And now that these beautiful decorated cherries are ready, it's time to choose. Give them away, carefully placed in a lovely little gift box, or select a favorite ice cream serving stemware to treat myself. These cherries are calling my name. They're simply too irresistible. My favorite stemware, my favorite vanilla ice cream, two small scoops, a drizzle of Hershey's chocolate syrup. This treat already looks incredibly delicious. Time to choose the perfect chocolate-covered cherry to decorate my ice cream and top it off. I'm tempted to enjoy this luscious treat straight away, but I'm really excited about sharing these chocolate-covered cherries with a friend. I purchased these decorative candy cups at my local Bulk Barn. The candy boxes were purchased at Bulk Barn as well for only a few dollars. I wonder how many candy cups will fit inside this candy box. 7 maybe? And now for the selection. Which ones to choose? Seven lovely chocolate-covered cherry treats. I think one more will fit. Eight gorgeous treats. I'm adding a ribbon to make this gift extra special for a special friend. See? A little gift to make anyone feel cared for and appreciated. And now for the unveiling. For you, my friend. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click the notifications bell to get all the latest under 300 calories recipes.